Zoom, 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 zoom. World, you call the tune. Hi, folks. Welcome to Zaboom World. Mabanabaim Abas Double. That means my name is Doyle, welcoming you to Zoom World, a fun-filled YouTube channel devoted to the classic PBS kids show Zoom and its reboot. Now, this is going to be a little more different than the last time I've done this. I'm going to keep one light on and little bit in my blind zone, so this way a little light can come in while I'm filming this. Anyway, back again with another video. This time it's going to be finally after a few slight, issues in my opinion. I am finally going to bring to you part 2 of my spotlight on the one and only Kenny Yates from the reboot. Anyway, this of course is Zoomer Spotlight number 51. And of course, if you all know that Kenny Yates was in the second and third season. Now, of course, this is from his run on the third season. And I hope you all are ready. And Marisalva, if you're watching, then I hope you're ready for it too. If you are, good. Then let us begin. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen the first part, click on that card. I would gratefully appreciate if you watch it. This it's not been getting that many views than I hope for, but I hope for this part that's going to change. Alright, here we go. Kenny Yates, of course, is one funny guy. I really liked him. After his run on the second season, he returned for this season, the third season, along with Caroline. You'll see a little bit of her and the other season 3 Zoomers throughout this video, but this, of course, will be only focusing on Kenny. But anyway, in this season, again, as I've said, he was really good. Season 3 is probably my favorite of the reboot Zoom seasons overall. Here's Kenny along with Caroline. They're introducing themselves before the start of the third season. Now, of course, Marissa Alva refers to Kenny as King of Ubby Rap and Caroline as Queen of Zoom. Here's Kenny reading off a little bit of a short story that was sent in to Zoom via email, as you can see on the paper. Oh, I almost forgot to point out one more thing. This video will be like last time. I probably won't include everything that Kenny's in, so if I miss something, I humbly apologize. Let's move on, shall we? Here's, we just saw him. Kenny there. There he is along with Buzz, and they're doing a Zoom phenom. Here's Kenny doing a little bit of a cow joke with Eric. Here's Kenny reading off some Z-mail that was sent in to them. Of course, in this little bit, he's joined by Francis and Caroline. As you can see, there we are. Here's Kenny and Caroline. They're doing, excuse me, what are you doing? Now Kenny's doing, Kaylee's asking the question. Can you believe that? Like the last season, Kenny returned as Dubby Man. This is from his first adventure. He's going to try and blow up a balloon for Buzz. And like I said in the last vid, Dubby Man, Kenny playing him, I say he's kind of like this character is kind of like a cross between like Super Grover from Sesame Street or Acme Man from the last 2 seasons of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. Very funny character. Here's Kenny another joke segment. This one's with Rachel. Here's Kenny in a Zindu segment where he creates balloon animals. He does one heck of a job on them. Now, like I said in my Caroline video, here he is with Caroline doing pirate jokes. I mean, they really fight together. And as I've said in, the vid I showed that clip with Caroline, in the second half, I feel like that Kenny and Caroline kind of got along together like brother and sister, in my opinion anyway, but you don't have to take my word for it. I mean, that's just like I know them. Mara and David were in the original Zoom second season, you know. Alright, next clip. Now, I'll give you a freeze frame here. Here he is in a Zoom chat with Caroline, and Francis is there. Of course, Eric and Kaylee were a part of this little chat. Here's Kenny along with Kaylee doing a Zoom phenom on some really sticky stuff. Here's Kenny arriving to Kaylee in the beginning of the Zoom Playhouse segment called Oranges. That's a great one. Here's Ken at the beginning of an episode, and here comes Caroline joining him. And they're about to start a little bit of a challenge here. Which the Zoom Reboot's well known for doing its fun-filled Zoom games and zingers. Here's Kenny doing a little bit of a pencil joke with Kaylee. Here's Kenny as Dubby Man. This time he's gonna help Eric with his pencil. I mistaken this for one bit in the last video, and that was him helping Claudio out. But well, that was just a slight error. Here's Kenny along with Francis doing a Zoom site experiment. Believe me, this is another reason why this reboot was good, but I still like the original. But they're both actually good. Well, given the fact the National Science Foundation was this series, one of the series funders. Now here's Kenny along with Rachel, and they're gonna start another Zoom side bit, and this one's gonna be a real good one. Here's Kenny, he's joining Eric for a Zoom site experiment with a funnel cup and a ping pong ball. Here's Kenny dressed up in his costume as a big old TV with the Zoom logo. And of course, he's joined by his queen of Zoom, Caroline. Yeah, surprise, Marissa. I have a little fun bringing that. Yeah. Now, here's Kenny introducing a Zoom game off. He's putting a rubber band into the bottom of a plastic cup. Which I'm going to tell you, that looks pretty fun and what have you. A lot of these Zoom games are fun and what have you. Never have tried them, but still they look pretty fun though. But they're using them to scoop up some stuff and put them on the in the cups on their foot. You know, that's where the rubber band comes in. Now here's Kenny along with Rachel and Francis doing a little challenge, balancing pennies on the index fingers. There's Kenny and Caroline blindfolded. They're starting a little fun challenge. Well, trying to make them like I believe bat sound or something like that. Yeah. Here's Kenny doing a really great tasty treat in Cafe Zoom. Mini pumpkin pies. That's really something. I definitely gotta try and make something like that one day, you know. Kenny joined Francis and Kaylee in a real funny Zoom skit. Being stuck in the desert, you know. Now here's Kenny and Eric doing a Zoom site challenge. And this one's pretty good, involving like earthquakes, well how earth shakes it, well it moves and what have you. Which of course that's a little something Eric actually did in the Zoom into Action video series that the Zoomers did 3.5 years ago on the GBH YouTube channel. Let's keep going. Here's Kenny and Caroline. They're making a little something special. That involves using, flowers and what have you, and paper and what have you, to make it, kind of smash it down, not to ruin it much, but make it look like a real special thing, you know. Here's Kenny in another Zoom Phenom segment, and he's used like hot water to make water in a bottle with a couple straws in it that's to shoot out water like a little fountain. And don't worry, it was red food coloring used in the water, you know. Here's Kenny and Francis coming in the second part of the red binge. And of course, they're doing a yo-yo bit like Kenny and Elisa did in the first part in the previous season. Really something. Here's Kenny. He's gonna try and hold a ball between his legs while jumping rope. He's got Francis and Rachel to help out with the jump rope. Here's Kenny along with Buzz, and they're creating homemade ice cream here in Cafe Zoom. Yeah, I've seen this done before at work. There's Kenny and Rachel in the end of a sketch where, well, Kenny's character's robbed of all of his clothes. Here's Kenny along with all the Zimmers starting off with a little fun-filled game. Now, some of the Zimmers are blindfolded for obvious reasons, you know. And here's Kenny, and Buzz is with him in this here little Zoom playhouse segment. Here's Kenny and Rachel right there, and well, those two are going up against Buzz and Kaylee in a little challenge. Here's Kenny and Kaylee doing a Zoom side report on how long streetlights stay on. Here's Kenny in a little joke skit with Caroline. Here's Kenny right there. He's joining Buzz and Rachel for a Zoom side challenge involving marbles and what have you. It's Kenny and Francis in a Zoom playhouse bit, which that was pretty funny and what have you. And now, of course, I think they're passing along a little something to each other. Here Kenny's in saying what Francis said to him to Kaylee. Here's Kenny doing a little bit of a Zoom side challenge. And I gotta say, this looks really, really cool. Okay, I just want to make sure. It had to do with water density, which that's what Kenny did in his Zoom into Action segment from 3.5 years ago, which you can find on the GBH website. Let's move on, shall we? Here's Kenny along with Kaylee in a Zoom side challenge where they create a really big paper airplane. Now, here's a quickie look at you saw Kenny along with Kaylee and Eric, but here's a little remembering what he and some others did in the previous season. That little Rube Goldberg machine. Yeah, and they used it to get toothpaste onto a toothbrush and what have you. I'm letting you see what happened with that in the second season just for fun because they're showing you a recap. Neat, huh? Well, here's Kenny Loma, Eric, and Kaylee, as I've already said, and they're going to try and create another one to make milk pour into a glass. Here's Kenny introducing a Zoom game at the beginning of an episode. Here's Kenny in a Zoom do segment where he's going to create a puppet they're going to be using for a play they do in this one episode. Okay, and here's Kenny along with Rachel participating in a Zoom side challenge. Which, believe me, that one looks pretty interesting. I just give you a freeze frame. There's Kenny and the gang singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in Ubby Dubby, and Caroline's holding the star. Here's Kenny, and he's going to be creating ants on a log in a Zoom's next segment. Here's Kenny getting ready, blowing into a kazoo as he's about to give us a real delicious treat, the castle cake in Cafe Zoom. Now here's Kenny along with Buzz and Francis, starting off with a little zinger challenge. Well, here's Kenny with Kaylee and Eric again, and they're continuing to work on their Rube Goldberg project. Here comes Kenny dressed up as a dog, which is called Spot Free, in the Zoom Playhouse segment, which is called Spot Free. Of course, that's the same costume that Caroline wore in the Man the Farmer play. Here's Kenny creating another Zoom snack with peanut butter. This time it's, well, like on a tortilla and using apples and raisins to top it off. Kind of like a pizza, almost. Here's Kenny right here in a Zoom do statement, and he's created a puzzle you can make using well popsicle sticks. Well, you have to glue a few together, and then, well, I think you know the rest. Here's Kenny doing his part in the Ubby Dubby rap, which actually was the second one. Marissa, if you're watching, I will try and get that clip up for you, maybe later in the month. Okay, I can guarantee you, I will give you that one. Okay, promise. Okay, we're almost done. Let's keep going. Now here's Kenny introducing a Zim game. Now I know this game. It's Poor Kitty. That was a very funny game. I know. It was really, really funny. Here's Kenny introducing another Zoom game at the beginning of one episode. Here's Kenny telling a joke to Francis. Here's Kenny as the president in a soap opera. That was really funny. Here's Kenny and Rachel going against Caroline and Eric in a fun-filled challenge as Francis was using a stopwatch. Again, here's Kenny with Kaylee and Eric, and well, those two are still working on the Rube Goldberg project. Now I want to go ahead and show you how it worked and what have you, just for the fun of it. Now I may show parts of this together in one vid, but wait and see. Just consider this to be a wee bit of a sneak preview of how this turns out, but I'll show you how they really fix it up if I decide to include all parts of this together. Yeah, something like this does take time, but these Zoomers know how to get her done. And there goes. Here's Kenny starting off a little zinger he's going to do with Caroline and Buzz. Now here's Kenny along with Eric and Buzz, and they're just stuck on a deserted island. And they are about to meet a magic genie there, and that's Kaylee. Here's Kenny starting off with the instructions for another challenge involving a hula hoop. You can see Rachel and Kaylee are using hula hoops as well, so they're participating. I'll go ahead and give you a freeze frame shot. Here's Kenny along with Buzz and Eric, and they were just finished reading some Z-mail sent to them. Here's Kenny and Eric right there. Buzz is with them. This is some UBWC translator skit. And here's Kenny as Dubby Man again. Only this time he's going to help Francis out with tying her shoes. Here's Kenny along with Caroline doing a Zoom phenom on creating like whirlpools by connecting two soda balls together with water and really doing something to make it go down. I remember doing this before as a kid. Here's another bit with Kenny and Caroline. This time they're going to show us a little bit about dams and what have you in a Zoom side segment. Here's a little freeze frame from the elevator music play. Yeah, Kenny's dressed up as a little bit of a construction worker. He's joined Kaylee, Rachel, and Eric in the elevator, making a little music together. Here's Kenny right there, and he's participating in a zinger with Eric. Here's Kenny introducing a Zoom playhouse, which that's really something. Involving Eric as an ice cream man, Francis as a customer. There's Kenny right there. We'll see the others. There's Kaylee. And they're doing some stuff in the Zoom room and what have you, practicing and what have you for real fun to do in episode 38, which was called Zooming with the Zoomers. Here's Kenny dressed up as Rumpelstiltskin for, well, a mixed up fairy tale. You can see that Rachel's playing Cinderella, who's locked in the top of the tower like Rapunzel. Here's Kenny along with Caroline. They're going to create a dome out of newspapers and tape. Well, here's from where they left off for a little while because it took time to fix her up. See, that's how their dome turned out, and I gotta tell you, it looks really, really something. Know what I'm saying? Here's Kenny as he finished reviewing the book Freckle Juice by Judy Blume. Well, and here's Dubby Man one last time, trying to blow up a beach ball for Caroline. Rachel's right there, and she's not too thrilled. What does that mean? Rachel's about to go change into Dubby Woman, which would take the role of that from this because Kenny left after the third season. Here's Kenny and Eric, and they're doing a little bit of a pantomime bit for a Zoom Do segment. Now, even after season 3 ended, Kenny would rejoin his fellow castmates for America's Kids Respond, which happened after the events of 9/11. Now you can see that is Kenny. He looks different with glasses on. This is from America's Kids Remember, the other 9/11 special. Whew. There we go. So now you've seen Kenny Yates in action. Now, if I missed maybe a little something women, I do apologize and what have you. But I wanted to try and get this done ASAP. So there you have it, Marissa Alva. I hope you're satisfied with this. I hope so. You will see more of Kenny and Caroline in future videos and what have you, as I do some skits and other things they were in, what have you. But until then, that's going to do it for this Zoomer Spotlight on Kenny Yates. And stay tuned. We will have another video coming up soon. I don't know what it's going to be, though. Just find out and stay tuned. If you like this video, consider clicking the like button. If YouTube will let you, leave a comment. I know Marissa will. Subscribe and be a part of this great nation that is Zoom World. Again, we'll have another video coming up soon. So I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, you can check out these other Zoom vids. In the upper left-hand corner is the Zoom Playhouse on the Sleeping Beauty remake, which Kenny narrates. In the upper right-hand corner is the first part of my Caroline Spotlight, or if you'd like, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see this, or you can see the second part of the Caroline Spotlight in the bottom left-hand corner. In the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like the classic day of Zoom, the original or remake, then this is the place for you, Zoom World. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is your friend Doyle saying, see ya.